too many white spaces, and so I'd rather use this has less, white space. Uvu would use more bandwidth than this QuickCam would, yes. Okay, so let me see here. Where was I? Okay, so what you want to do, and you want to write this down, okay? So this is this process is going to be your marketing funnel of how you're going to sell this course. So first, you're going to sell an ebook or an online course, okay, an online video course. Something inexpensive, something from $30 to $100 or so, okay? And you're going to have a forced continuity along with that, and the forced continuity could be a newsletter, an online coaching program, an online mastermind program, online videos, so that way you tell them that you're going to continue to get updated videos once a week, once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks, whether, the more content you give them, of course, the more they like that. So if you have a lot of videos, don't give all of them at once, okay? Make sure you give them piece by piece by piece. They're able to absorb it much better, and so that, and also you get them to stay in your program longer. I mean, if you give them all the videos at once, they might just go and watch the videos or download the videos and then cancel their membership. You can also offer them lifetime webinar training. What that means is each time that you do a webinar, you're teaching them. They're going to continue to get access to these webinars, over and over and over again, for as long as they stay as a member. Okay, and so now if you think about it, okay, if you're breaking even here, and you're making anywhere from $30 to $200 per month here, or even more if you want to charge. But my highest membership is $197 a month. So, and now that they bought that ebook, right, they automatically get forced into the continuity. You're going to then upsell them into your webinar series, okay? And you can sell them however much you want, anywhere from $500 to $1,000 would be good. Okay, and you can choose to include the home study course if you wanted to. If you don't want to include the home study course and you want to sell it as a separate product, you're more than welcome to do that as well. Okay, and if they don't buy this upsell, you're going to then downsell them to an online video course, anywhere from $197 to $497 or something. And these online video courses may be like one of your webinars that has been pre-recorded before, and so you would downsell them, say, hey, you know what, because we have because we want to make we want to help you to achieve success very quickly. We understand that not everybody could afford the $997. So what we have done is made an online video available for you to watch anytime you want, 24/7, and it's only $497. So this is what we do. Whenever somebody can't buy the $997, they tell us that they don't have money to do that, we downsell them to our online videos for $497. And it's really the same thing as our home study course. The only difference is that it's an online video and we're not shipping out any DVDs. Okay, so that's pretty much your marketing funnel here. And if you look at this, right, I mean, if a lot of people, the reason why they don't, the reason why a lot of people don't build a big list like they're supposed to, or don't build a list like they're supposed to, because they look at their their marketing as a cost, as an expense. Well, we've all learned in marketing that, number one, we need to look at as an investment. But number two is that I just gave you a way where you can break even on your front end. And so I mean, think about it. How much money are you going to spend a month in marketing if you know you're going to get it back that same month? 5,000, 10,000, right? If you're going to spend 5,000 on Google AdWords, for example, and even with Google, they don't charge you 5,000 up front. They bill you every few days or so. And so by the time that they bill you, chances are you already recoup your money because you've been selling the ebook. And so all of the money that you're making on the forced continuity, on the upsells and downsells, and if you have any cross-sells, like if you have other courses, all of those money that you're making, it's all gravy. And so now you get to build your list and make money at the same time. You guys like that?
Absolutely.
Exactly. And so this is a really, really critical component to my success. And when you use this for your success and for your business, I guarantee you, you're going to be way above a lot of real estate gurus out there. Because if you think about it, if you think about what has been taught out there, if you take a look at the way any other info marketers does their business, none of them have an extensive model like this. If there are any, it's not many in the real estate industry, anyways. And most of the gurus out there are just out there speaking. I call them traveling salesmen, and they don't build any funnel. They don't build any marketing funnel of their own. They don't build their customer list of their own, and they don't spend enough time, effort, and money into building their list, into building the customer database, the funnel there. They're too dependent on JVs, and I talked about that on Tuesday. I mean, don't ever be dependent on JVs. Look at JVs as icing on the cake for you. Be dependent on this, okay? If you automate this, if you get this going, you never ever need JVs if you don't want it to, okay? Ever, and so JVs just become extra gravy for you, and so if you're not going to take away anything else in this entire course, just take away this part. Okay, this part alone is worth all of the money. Okay, any questions on that? You all understood it pretty well? You know exactly what you need to do?
Yep.
Cool.
I have unrelated questions.
Go ahead.
One is, how do you replay a webinar as if it's live?
Well, that's for next. We're going to talk about that next Tuesday.
Okay. The only other question I have then is, Tim, I know you have your virtual assistants follow up after a webinar by phone. How do you train them on, the next guy that's in town or the next gal that's in town? How do you train them so quickly?
Right. We don't train them that quick. What we do is we have them watch the webinar. If they're going to be answering the calls during the night of the webinar, so they're on the webinar, they're watching it. Okay, they're on the webinar and they're watching it, and then for the people other salespeople who didn't necessarily was there that night, and they're going to sell them some other days, then they just watch the replay of that. But they don't ask. I mean, most people, most people don't ask too much, really. I mean, it's whether they like it or my salespeople, they just use whatever is being said on the webinars, whatever bonus was offered. They're more or less, they're really not hardcore salespeople. I guess that would be a way to put it. They're not telemarketers in the sense of like cold calling you. They're just following up on the customers and say, hey, we noticed that you were on the webinar the other night. What did you think about it? What did you learn? What are you going to how are you going to take action on what you've learned? And so it's not the same. So you don't have to train them on the product as much. Okay. You know what? Since you talked about how to play the webinar so it looks like live, I have to go out of town next Tuesday. I'm flying out around noon on Tuesday. So what I'm going to do, as a fun way of teaching you that, I'm going to pre-record next week's call, and then I'm going to play it as if it's live, and then Lisa's the one that's going to be playing it as if it's live. So at the end of the webinar, she's going to open up the line. Well, not necessarily open up the line, but she's going to tell you about what happened, what we did. Well, you've learned in the webinar itself of what we did, how we did it, but she's going to open up the line to answer any questions that you might have about how she did it and how she was playing it as you're watching it. So next week you won't hear me live. It will be pre-recorded, but it will look just like this. It will look just like as if it was live.
Okay.
Guys,
cool.
Okay.
So where are you going, Tim?
I am going to New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Why am I going there? I visiting a couple friends, but also I'm working with Doug Ottersberg, who's in the TWC member group there, and Doug is a hypnotist, and I am working on a project with him to come up with a product that can allow us to, well, not allow us, but allow our students. I mean, if you think about it, what is the number one, biggest reasons why our students struggle and why they don't, they're not as successful, and not just our students, but I mean, a lot of us as well. Do you guys know what that is?
Beliefs about themselves.
Huh?
They have limiting beliefs about themselves.
Limiting beliefs about themselves. That's one of it. I don't think that's the biggest one, but it might be.
I think they just fail to make a game plan and then work the plan. If you make
right.
a game plan, you work every day, you're going to be successful.
Right, exactly. Yes, plan your work and work your plan. And so you hit it right on the head there, Pat. And so we're working on a product where it'll be a hypnosis type product where our students can listen to it, and we'll hypnotize them into getting a lot of enjoyment, out of taking action, out of working your plan. And so that's what we're working on. And once we have that, I think it'll be really cool. I mean, Doug is going to sell it as a product. I'm going to probably give it away as a bonus to my students. It'll be great because, I mean, the way I look at it is this. If you really think about it, the time when we, the time when we're most excited about something is when we take action on it very quickly, and we love it because we're excited, And so we're finding, we're finding a way to bring that out and get the students to I guess maybe speak out or write out what is it that they're excited to do. And then we take that emotion, that excitement, and we transfer that into taking action on what they need to do now, the task at hand now. And from there, it gets them, it transfers that excitement over to this project and get them to do it. So I don't know. I mean, we're going to play around with that. Another thing, too, another thing that we're also playing around with, and I'm actually the test subject on this. Have you guys ever heard of how it takes 21 to 30 days to form a new habit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to find out how I can use hypnosis to program that in a person's mind. So, like, I'll take them. Okay, day 1, you did it. Day 2, you did it. Day 3, you did it. So we do this entire 30 days in their mind. So that way, when we're done with the hypnosis, it becomes an automatic habit already because in their mind, they've already did it for 30 days.
Interesting.
Exactly. Pretty cool. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do with hypnosis, and so I'm pretty excited about that. So, that would be really fun. Okay.
Tell Doug that Frank and I said hello.
Okay, definitely. Yep. All right. Any other questions?
Hey, Tim, is there a way that you can you set up these webcams without using a phone? Is there a way to set up a speaker system or a microphone so you don't have to use an actual phone service, but you can be like voice over IP where you're using the webcam and using a microphone and you're just straight over the internet? Right.
The answer is yes, you can do that, but voice over IP, it won't be as clear. It's going to be choppy.
Okay.
There are services that allow your customers to also choose here. Let me point this service over to you. Where your customers can choose to listen online or listen over the phone. Okay.
Okay, so what you have there in your ear, that's just a wireless earpiece or headset
for my
for your phone.
Correct. Okay, so this instant teleseminar would allow you to allow the audience to listen over the phone or on the web. What I'm when in the next class, what you're going to learn is a new tool that I'm testing out. If you're not playing it live, if you already got it pre-recorded and you're going to play it live as if or air it as if it was live, you have two ways to do it. You can air it through the GoToWebinar, like what you're watching right now, which is next week. You're going to log in and you're going to see this. And then I'm also going to create another version so you can see that you can do it both ways. You can have them log into the GoToWebinar and have them call into the phone number just like the way you did it. And then, you're also going to see another version where you don't have to call in and you can just watch the video and watch the webinar over the internet. Both the videos and the audios of it over the internet.
So, Tim, what you're doing here is you use your phone. You call into to the GoToWebinar,
right,
and then you also log in on your computer, and then simultaneously on their server there, it puts your voice and what we see on the webinar on the webcam. It puts that together for one broadcast back to us next Tuesday.
Right. Okay,
I got.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that next week. Don't worry. So that'll be something you look forward to. It's really cool. I mean, being able to play it live, and I'll give you the benefits and the pros and cons of the different ways of doing it, and then you decide which one's for you. Okay. Well, everybody, do you have any other questions? If not, we're going to call it a day.
Okay. Thank you so much, Tim.
Hey, thanks, Tim.
Okay. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for being on this week's awesome webinar. I enjoyed it, and I'm sure you've enjoyed it as well. I look forward to talking to you again next week, on the next webinar. And so, everybody have an incredible day, an incredible life. You have a great one. Bye-bye.